Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA here, and today we're going to have a versus video. This is going to be the SIG Select 1911 versus the Magnum Research Desert Eagle 1911. We wanted to bring that video to you and show how they stack up against each other in terms of what features they have, what quality they have, how they're made, and a little bit more into the details of these two excellent 1911s. That video is coming up next. The ammo is supplied by Elite Performance Ammunition from SIG Sauer. This is their 45 ACP ammo, 230 grain, traveling at 850 feet per second and 369 foot-pounds. Losing the front side a little bit in that sun that's pouring over, but not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Let's talk about overall quality regarding these two 1911s. The Magnum Research right here is a Series 70 1911. And basically what that means is, if you look to the back of the slide here, you do not see the circular safety piece. In comparison, you can see it right there on the SIG. So for those of you that don't have a lot of 1911 experience, that's your difference right there. See it? Right there. That's how you tell the difference. So if you're looking at them in a gun store, you don't have to ask the guy behind the counter, is it a Series 70 or a Series 80? You will know exactly where to look to be able to tell the difference. The downside to the Series 80 is, yes, it has the extra safety, which is considered a plus by some, but it also detracts from the pureness of the trigger. So a lot of times the Series 80s will not seem as crisp as the Series 70 handgun. With this one particularly, it's very good. The trigger is excellent. And so there's not that much of a trade-off between these two 1911s as far as trigger feel is concerned. So that's the SIG with the built-in safety here on it, still with a great trigger. This one, of course, is a classic Series 70, so you don't have that extra safety involved. And again, the trigger is excellent here. Let's talk about the Desert Eagle 1911. It has an investment cast frame, though the make of this cast frame is almost impossible to tell. It is done so well that there's very few, if any, casting marks on it at all. And it just looks like a very high quality, almost forged type frame on it. If you look very closely, you can see it, but it has to really be done in person. Even my very high quality 4K camera here can't pull up much that can show casting marks or anything like that. But it is a high quality cast frame on it as compared to the SIG 1911, which is a forged frame and forged slide. Forged slide right here on this also. But this is a forged frame along with the forged slide. So you're paying a little bit more for a higher quality build right here. And if you're wondering where is that extra $300, that is definitely part of it.
And regarding the SIG being forged, it's forged stainless steel. Real quick, I want to show you guys the beaver tail fitment on both these pistols. You can see right here on the Magnum Research 1911, it is very well machined overall. Very slight movement side to side. Very good memory bump on it. And you can also see how well it is machined to the frame itself right here. So you can see when it's in use right here, you don't have like any rough corner or anything like that, or any excess material on there. You can see that it is a MIM or cast part right here. You can actually see the machining line right there. But again, a very high quality beaver tail, very well machined into the pistol in my opinion, especially considering the price point on this gun. Now here's the SIG. Again, very well machined into the frame itself. You don't have any excess material up top or anything like that, or any bad edges to it. And as far as fitment to the frame, very little movement side to side. It's also very well fit.
Today's video is sponsored by Core Essentials. Core Essentials makes one of the best gun belts on the market today. I've been using their gun belt products since 2016. I thoroughly believe in their belt products, and that's why we are excited to work with them now. I'm currently using the new tactical reinforced nylon belt from Core Essentials. The nylon webbing outer layer is rated up to 500 pounds. It is a very strong belt. The reinforced power core center and superfiber inner lining make this unique belt durable and stiff enough to support small to medium to even larger handguns. The belt itself is rated up to 8 pounds maximum. Of course, I am exceeding that with my duty belt setup here. This is what the belt looks like while wearing my duty belt over top of it. And guys, here's the core belt being used inside of a full duty belt. So it's strong enough to support that. It's definitely strong enough to support your CCW firearm. So now let's cover the belts and go over the system and the buckles themselves. All of Core's belts are 800% more adjustable than your old traditional belts. These trackline belts have over 40 sizing positions to choose from. You just pull the extra belt material through the buckle and you get that precise fit. You can press the belt buckle's quick release tab to loosen the belt. These features make it very easy to find that perfect fit, no matter what your size. The adjustments in the belt's track is made every 1/4 of an inch, making it very versatile indeed. The track is hidden when you wear the belt, and the track is nearly indestructible. We do not see any wear on the track belts that we have been using for over a year. The belt secured the buckle using the teeth clamps and 2 set screws. You've got classic style buckle designs here that do not scream tactical belt, because no one needs to know you're carrying a concealed weapon. Core Essentials offers a 30-day money-back guarantee and a 1-year warranty on their products. My current setup is running the X4 stainless steel buckle and a tactical reinforced gun belt. The whole package goes for a little bit less than $63 after you use the discount code B9USA. That's a real value and a good product that I have tested over time, and I highly recommend it to you guys. I will be buying several more belts coming up and giving them away as gifts, be it for a birthday or for Christmas season. So here's the 2 different color belts that are available from Core Essentials. As far as taking your gun on or off as a concealed carry person, right underneath here is the release. And it's that easy. Very strong belt. Putting it back on. In this excellent leather holster right here. And that's right, guys, I've switched over to the Dan Wesson for a concealed carry handgun. Feed it through the belt buckle, and then just grab it from this end here and pull. And you're good to go. There is no slag in this belt. It holds it really tight to your hip right here. As you can see, it sucks this 1911 up right up against my hip. This is not a light overall package right here, and the belt does an excellent job. If you do place your order, guys, make sure you use the B9USA discount code and save 10% off your entire order. Let's talk about the safeties on these 1911s. The SIG has an ambi safety right here, so left-handers rejoice. Right-handers, if you're normal, right here. Listen to this. Very nice. Not too easy to sweep on and off. It does take a little bit of effort. It is a little bit smaller, the safety itself. So just kind of keep that in mind. But it worked great at the range, and I never have any problems using it. So fantastic. On the Magnum research, the safety is non-existent over here for the lefty. For the righty, notice the panel is larger. Not a lot larger, but it is larger. And the activation of the safety, very close to the same, guys. Takes a little bit of effort, but it's pretty easy to do. It's just big enough to put my thumb on and to shoot the pistol properly. So both of them, Pretty good for the safety. If you're going to shoot it left-handed, or you are left-handed, this is your 1911 right here.
Go.
Let's talk about the guide rod difference in these two pistols. The Magnum Research 1911G has a full-length guide rod. So this is the way the pistol looks when it's locked back. And this does matter to some people. It's actually one of the things that I look for too. Full-length guide rod right here. As compared to the SIG Select, has the classic GI guide rod, and so that's what the pistol looks like when it's locked back. It may not matter to everyone, but it does matter to some. Some want that classic look when the 1911 is empty.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah. Alright guys, continue to go over features on these 1911s. One thing that is the same on these 1911s is that they both have 25 lines per inch front strap checkering on them. So that's nice to see. They also do have metal mainspring housings, and again they are both 20 lines per inch. I think that actually this actually does have more checkering as far as an overall amount compared to the SIG Select. So that's good to see on the Magnum Research Desert Eagle 1911. Both pistols do have extended magazine releases, and something that does make this 1911 different as far as the SIG 1911 is that it does have an extended slide stop. Both 1911s do have slightly undercut trigger guards, which you can see back here, for higher grip. All these features on these 1911s are fantastic. They're really high quality for the money.
Let's go ahead and talk about the grips on both of these 1911s. Both of them are G10 type grips. A little bit less texture here on the SIG grip. It's not aggressive, so if you don't like it really eating into your skin, you're going to find this much more comfortable. High quality look to it, high quality feel. I absolutely loved them. Great job, SIG. And on the Magnum Research, if you like them a little bit rougher, a little harder on your skin, something that you can really grab a hold of when you're shooting the handgun and control it, then these are going to be your ones right here on the Magnum Research. And these are a copy of the VZ Spec Operator grips, I believe. So, but both very high quality, very durable, and should last a lifetime. Great job on the grips. Let's go ahead and address one of the major differences between these two 1911s. This is just a classic 1911, and this is a more tactical version with rooms for lights and lasers and whatnot here on the tactical rail. So that is a major difference between the two. If you're going to hook it up with a light and use it for home defense or something like that, then this is really your only choice between the two. If you're good with just the contrast sights and not night sights, then you can go here. If you want to change it to night sights, you can do that. You just can't add a rail to it because it's not set up for one.
Yeah, the SIG does have the SIG Light 3-dot night sights on it.
And even though they're not very bright right here, believe me guys, they light up great when you're using them at night. So rest assured, excellent night sights on this SIG 1911. So let's talk about weight real quick. The SIG comes in at 41.6 ounces and the Desert Eagle comes in at a lighter 36.2 ounces. Part of that difference is the frame, makeup of the frame itself, and then of course you've got the tactical rail right here. So there is a slight difference in weight. Though when you fire both pistols, they both feel like you're shooting almost the same type of weight 1911. No real perceived difference between the two. All right, one more thing I think is very important for us to cover on 1911 handguns is the trigger. On the Desert Eagle 1911, with its wonderful looking trigger here, you got that much take up right there, right away. Then you're at the wall. There's no give, and it breaks. Reset, immediate, and you're at the wall again. And it breaks. That is why we bragged about this handgun. It does have a very good trigger for a $750 1911. There's just no question about it. Very nice on the trigger. The SIG. And its wonderful flat trigger, which this is the first one I've ever had that's had this type of trigger on it. And immediately I do like it. Maybe it's because it's new and different, but I like it. So here we go. It's got a little bit more take up right there until you're at the wall, I believe. No, little creep. And it breaks. Reset. Immediate. I'm putting pressure on it now. And it breaks. So let's try that from the beginning again. Take up. I think I'm at the wall. Okay, so that time it broke really well. So I guess my closing thoughts on both of those as far as trigger is concerned is they are both really excellent. I really enjoyed shooting both handguns at the range, and I wouldn't have noticed any difference between the two except for the shape of the triggers themselves. If you've never tried one of these triggers, do not be afraid to do it. It's quite enjoyable, and it's completely new to me, to this handgun right here, and I loved it. So don't be afraid just because it's a flat trigger and you've never shot one before.
Both triggers do have over travel stops, and they are fit into the frame of the 1911s very well.
That's a good point. Here's a SIG. I mean, very tiny bit of movement. Back and forth, just a smidge. So very well done there. The Magnum research up and down, nada. Nada, nothing. Side to side, ever so slightly. It doesn't even make any noise, it's moving so little. So again, this gun brings a lot to the party. Last thing to note about these two 1911s is they both ship with two 8-round magazines. So that's a plus. Some companies only send their guns out with one magazine. You get two magazines with these. And the SIG magazines have been absolutely flawless in all three of my SIG 1911s. So kudos to SIG on those mags. They're excellent. Let's talk about price real quick, because that always comes up in the comments. The Magnum Research 1911 street price is around $700 to $750 with an MSRP of $905. This SIG Select 1911 has an MSRP of $1,250 and is going for around $1,050 to $1,099. You're going to have to look around and see if you can get it any better than that, but that's what they're going for in my area. So there is a price difference between these two 1911s. Both are amazing firearms, and we've had excellent shooting sessions with both of them. They both passed the reviews with flying colors, and we have recommended and shown off both of them many times to our friends and family. So what's our opinion regarding these two 1911s? Which one to buy? If you want the extra features such as the ambi safety, the flat trigger, the night sights, and the forged steel frame, you want to go with the SIG. If those features really matter to you, or you're planning on using it as home defense and you're going to use it for, you know, a flashlight or whatnot down here on the rail, you want to go with the SIG. If it's just a great basic 1911 that you're looking for, then I don't think you can beat this Magnum Research 1911. It is a great basic 1911. It looks fantastic. It shoots great. It has some very nice contrast sights that you can always change out if you wanted to change those later and put some night sights on there. If you want a great basic 1911, the Magnum Research 1911 is just really difficult or impossible to beat, especially when you look at that $700 to $750 street price. And that's what they're going for at different places. Look around. If you can't find it for that, check out some of the places that we do business with too, some of our online retailers and stuff. They have them for great prices too. Anyway guys, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the comparison video, and if you're interested in this Magnum Research Desert Eagle 1911 or the SIG Select 1911 or anything else available from these companies, go ahead and check out their products and their website. As always, everyone, thanks for watching the video, and remember to follow us on Instagram and support our channel on Patreon if you like the content. As always, everyone, remember your Second Amendment is worth protecting.